with a potential return to AEW and more. This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. Reflecting on their release from WWE in April of 2020, Dax Harwood wrote on Twitter, "Believe in yourself even if no one else wants to." Cash Wheeler added, "This isn't a negative post. I'm very thankful for my time there. That being said, thank you to everyone that has been on this ride with us. From the early days to now, the last 3 years have been some of the most rewarding of my life. Take chances for your happiness and success." Recalling the team of Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy in WWE, Road Dogg noted how the writing team struggled with them, saying on his podcast, "We put Matt with Bray because we thought together they could really be this cool entity, but I will say no, we didn't know what to do with them. I'll take the heat, and I always will for a failed opportunity. An opportunity I missed as a writer or a creative guy on the show. We let them be their creative selves, and this is horrible. I don't mean to say it like this, but I don't think they knew at that time what they were trying to do. I don't think they knew, and together it made a who knew stew." During a meet and greet, AEW champion MJF would see a baby in a stroller and took the opportunity to make it cry. Here's the clip. On his Click This podcast, Kevin Nash noted this about Roman Reigns defeating Cody Rhodes and retaining his title at WrestleMania. When you have 950 days behind somebody, you've got to get to 1,000 days. You have to. It's like if baseball was a work, you would make sure somebody surpasses Bond's 73 home runs. You'd book that. So do we do the Bob Backlund? Do we go 7-8 years? I don't have a problem with it. I'm with you 100%. Also on his podcast, Kevin Nash recalled turning down an idea from Vince McMahon to fight Mike Tyson. "Vince McMahon had told me that I wasn't going to lose the championship for years. No matter what, I wasn't going to lose the championship for years. Then he starts telling me about this idea he had where I'm going to box Mike Tyson in Central Park, and it's for charity. He's going on and on about this. I said to him, Mike Tyson will knock me the F out. He could conceivably kill me. I'm a boxing fan. A big MFer like me, he can put 2 or 3 shots. He does the old hook to the body, uppercut, goodnight Irene. It's not going to do me any favors. I said, I'm not fighting him for less than $5 million. We go back and forth. Then he clears his throat and says, by the way, you're going to drop the belt to Brett at Survivor Series. I said, you sat here for 45 minutes and told me this horse about boxing Mike Tyson to tell me that you want me to drop the strap to Brett? MFer. You could have done that on a telephone. Like, I don't care. You can have it. Are you kidding me? In some fan footage from WrestleMania, a cameraman can be seen at ringside telling Snoop Dogg to punch The Miz after Shane McMahon injured himself in the ring. Here's the clip. Speaking of Snoop, Mercedes Mone said this about bringing her cousin to Japan for a pro wrestling event, telling Tokyo Sports, when the day comes that I'm in the main event of the Tokyo Dome, I promise you Snoop Dogg will be there. I'll definitely call him. If he sings for my entrance, I can make my dream come true. In an announcement, New Japan noted that Eddie Kingston will not be able to compete for them as they wrote, "Eddie Kingston injured. Kid gets potential title shot. Thank you for supporting New Japan Pro Wrestling." Eddie Kingston, who was scheduled to face Gabriel Kidd on Sunday, April 16th in Philadelphia, has sustained an undisclosed injury and will be unable to compete. We apologize to fans who were looking forward to seeing Kingston wrestle and appreciate your understanding. In place of the originally scheduled match, Gabriel Kidd will now face AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy. Cassidy has a defense scheduled against Buddy Matthews this Wednesday in Milwaukee for AEW, and should that defense prove successful, he will put the title on the line against Kidd. Originally conceived as the All-Atlantic Championship, the title was born at Forbidden Door last June. Cassidy is the title's second champion, and this is the first defense in an NJPW ring. NJPW joins fans in wishing Eddie Kingston a full and fast recovery. Speaking of injuries in AEW, this was said by Sean Ross Sapp about stars being paid whenever they are out and unable to wrestle. It was also added that AEW President Tony Khan has been adamant that the company will pay injured talent, which might have been months after Santana's contract expired. AEW paid for over a half year Santana could have been out of a contract. On the AEW Unrestricted podcast, Kip Sabian discussed his injury and Penelope Ford's recent miscarriage and how they've bounced back. "I was in limbo at this point during his injury, and then me and Penelope Ford got pregnant. It was like a light in this situation, but we were very nervous about it. I will go into details about this situation. We finally go in to talk to Tony. No one knows. The only person that knows is Doc. There has to be a reason that she can't wrestle right now. You just can't not wrestle. We tell Doc, okay, cool. We finally go in to talk to Tony, and we were so nervous because you're going to your boss to say hi. She's not going to be able to wrestle for a year or so, maybe longer now. How do you feel about that?" So we went in and we're like, "Hi Tony, we got some news to tell you." And the second we told him, if you've seen Tony Khan on an AEW stage when a talent is debuted and they come up the ramp and he is so excited and so happy and he just jumps and hugs them, that is the moment that we had in Tony's office with Tony. He had papers in his hand for the show. He threw the papers and just came over and was so excited. He was like, "Whatever you need, however long you need, I support you." And we were like, weight lifted. Now we can get excited. And then unfortunately for us, about 10 weeks or so, we lost the baby, which for me was very hard for two reasons. One, we got really excited about the fact that we can have a baby because we've always wanted children. We just didn't know with wrestling how we would make that fit. But we'd worked out the time frame and the fact that we have such a supportive family that we would still be able to work our schedule. 2 days a week, we're gone. We come back, family life. So we were really getting into it. Then it was actually when we were traveling to TV one day, we got in the car and then it happened. I had to call Bryce straight away from travel. I said, "Dude, we can't make it in this week. I'll tell you later. It's a personal emergency." He's like, "Okay, cool. I'll let everyone know." When she got pregnant, the hormones that changed made the fibroid grow. By the time that we had a miscarriage, it was the size of a cantaloupe. She had this huge growth. It was sticking out. It looked like a bump. We thought we were having twins for a long time because of that, because it was that big. So she'd have to go through the surgery of having that removed. Not only have you lost this life, but now you have to go through surgery and rehab and recovery as if you had a C-section. So for her, that was really hard. It's got to the point now that we look at the silver lining, which is, in my mind, this fibroid has always been there and they can cause complications when they get to that size. So I look at it as this baby sacrificed itself to make us aware of this fibroid so the fibroid could be removed. So when we get pregnant again in the future, the complications are gone. That's how we've tried to look at it. I can't speak on her behalf, but from my perspective of everything, that definitely gives me hope. When it comes to WWE seemingly turning down big free agents, Ringside News noted that we've received a lot of questions about why WWE didn't sign Jay White, Nick Aldis, and other bigger free agents lately. It was reported that a hiring freeze is on, but we've been told WWE passed on them for different reasons, and there is no freeze. According to WrestleNomics, this was said about the future voting power of the WWE chairman. When WWE merges with UFC, Vince McMahon will no longer have majority voting control over WWE or other entities within the new company. We estimate he'll hold out about 18% of all shares. With Matt Riddle previously in rehab and supposedly getting sober, a photo of him was posted as he appears to be having a drink. An ex of Riddle's would then write on Twitter, "Sober living. Bro, come on, fresh out of rehab, hanging with same people I've seen, even partied with being with you." On Superstar Billy Graham's Facebook page, an update on his health was given. First of all, I hope you had a very happy Easter to you all, and thank you so much for your prayers and donations. I communicated with Valerie tonight, although Billy's very serious myriad of health issues continue: deafness, infection, dialysis for kidney malfunction, congestive heart failure, and on, plus approaching 4 months in either the hospital or the rehab center and away from home, 75 pounds, weight loss in 3 months. I am very pleased to show you this photo from Easter Sunday. This is a true miracle, and I think you will agree. So amazing to see that the superstar has not lost his fighting spirit. Also fantastic is that Valerie is once again able to go visit Billy in person. As always, please keep praying for the champ. Thank you. If you were able to donate for his mounting medical bills, it is deeply appreciated, and thank you. With it previously noted that Logan Paul's WWE contract was expiring soon, it seems the star will be sticking around in the company, as Logan posted on Twitter that his deal was renewed. Paul also said this on a recent episode of his podcast about the challenges of wrestling. "When I'm picking an opponent and I'm at the bottom of this mountain trying to build what I want to be an amazing and entertaining match, these mountains are getting higher and higher. It's terrifying and incredibly complicated. I don't know how I'm going to keep doing this and upping the bar every time." When it comes to a Jeff Hardy AEW comeback, his brother Matt said on Isaiah Cassidy's YouTube channel, "Jeff just had some eye surgery. His eyes were just a little offset. It's just probably from wear and tear and beating his body up. They had to work on some ligaments and tendons in one of his eyes. So they corrected that with surgery, and they said probably in 5-6 weeks he should be okay. So I'm hoping after that, now that he's kind of putting this whole situation behind him, that we'll see him back around soon. I'm hoping so, man. You guys keep your fingers crossed. Maybe 6-8 weeks from now, hopefully we can see some Jeff Hardy on AEW. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.